You've done this before. Someone asks you a simple question, and instead of answering right away, you go quiet. Your eyes drift somewhere else for a second, and by the time you finally speak, they've already decided you're either slow or you're judging them. You weren't doing either. You were doing something they can't see. If you've spent your whole life feeling one step removed from the people around you, not better, not worse, just different, in a way you've never been able to explain out loud, stay with me for the next few minutes. Because I'm about to name 8 things you've felt for years and never had the words for, and once you hear them, you're going to feel a little less alone and honestly, a little exposed. Let's start with the one that gets you called cold. Struggle 1. Small talk feels like physical effort. Not annoying, not boring, effort. Like your brain is being asked to run at 5% capacity when it's built to run at full speed, and something about that mismatch makes you tired in a way sleep doesn't fix. You're not trying to be above the conversation about the weather or someone's weekend. Your mind is just wired to chase depth, and when there's no depth to chase, it starts quietly shutting the lights off, one room at a time. Struggle 2. Your silence gets mistaken for judgment. That pause before you answer, that's not you struggling. That's you running the question through 5 filters at once. What they actually mean, what they're afraid to ask, what answer will help them versus what answer is technically correct. By the time you speak, you've already had an entire conversation in your head that they never got to hear. And because they only saw the silence, they filled in the blank themselves, usually with something unflattering. Struggle 3. You can't make a decision without seeing every possible way it falls apart. Other people pick a restaurant in 10 seconds. You're still running simulations. What if it's too loud? What if the one dish you want is out? What if this was the wrong choice for a reason you haven't even thought of yet? It's not indecision. It's that your brain refuses to stop at good enough when it can see 14 other angles nobody asked it to look at. Struggle 4. You're never actually finished learning something, even when everyone else thinks you are. You could master a subject, get praised for it, and still lie awake thinking about the one piece you haven't fully understood yet. That itch never fully goes away. People assume that once you're the smart one, you feel settled. Most days, you feel the opposite, like you're the only one who can see how much further there still is to go. Struggle 5. You feel things in a room before anyone says a word. The tension between 2 coworkers before they've even argued. The forced smile that means someone's not okay. You pick it up instantly, and then you carry it, because you can't just unfeel something once your brain has flagged it as real. People call you too sensitive, or reading into things, but you weren't reading into anything. You were just the only one paying attention. Struggle 6. You second-guess yourself more than people who know less than you. This is the one nobody warns you about. The more you understand a subject, the more you understand exactly how much you don't know. Every edge case, every exception, every way you could be wrong. Meanwhile, someone with a fraction of your understanding says the same thing you're thinking, but says it with total confidence and gets believed instantly. You watch that happen, and it stings every single time. Struggle 7. You rarely feel like you belong in the room, even the rooms you built yourself. You can be the most capable person at the table and still feel like you're waiting to get caught. Not because you don't deserve to be there, because your brain is built to notice flaws, including your own, faster than it notices wins. So the wins slide off, and the flaws stick. Struggle 8. Your brain refuses to turn off at night. Everyone else falls asleep. You're replaying a conversation from 4 days ago, editing what you should have said instead. Or you're solving a problem nobody asked you to solve, just because your mind found it and won't let go. Rest for you isn't the absence of thinking. It's a battle you have to actually win. Here's what I want you to take from all 8 of these, because it matters more than any single struggle on this list. None of this makes you difficult, or too much, or hard to be around. It makes you someone whose mind runs a different way than most of the world is built for. That's not a flaw you need to apologize for, it's just a fact you've never had explained to you clearly, until now. So if even one of these hit uncomfortably close, tell me which number in the comments. I want to know which one you thought was just your personality, until this very moment. And if this made you feel understood for the first time in a while, that's exactly why I made it. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.